Welcome back to another This Week in Warframe. This is going to be for the week of November 2nd through the 9th. And we've got Movember mustaches, the current Prime Resurgence, we have an Affinity Booster weekend coming up, and a whole bunch more. I'm going to get into all this for you right now. So, in my Twitch channel, !drops, you guys will see it pinned to the top of my chat. That is when DE updates the drops, which they usually don't always do on Sundays, which is when I'm posting this, reset day. You will find the drop schedule every single week. So the moment that they let us know when the drops are going to be and everything each week, I will post that to my Twitch channel. You guys can find it there. But let's get into everything that's going on in the reset this week that you want to be aware of. First things first, Bird's Shiny Treasures. He has a Crimson Archon Shard. Deep Archimedia this week is going to be a Mirror Defense, Disruption, and Assassination. Temporal Archimedia is going to be a Hellscrub Scaldra, Defense, and Exterminate. Current Coda weapons are the Boss Assist, 25.2% Magnetic, the Cost Assist, 37.5% Electricity, Haruto, 40.8% Magnetic, Path Assist, 39.5% Cold, Synapse, 25.6% Heat, and the Tysis, 47.1% Radiation. 1999 calendar rewards, we're looking at a 3-day resource drop chance booster versus double arcanes. Then we're looking at arcane versus a Forma blueprint for August. We are looking at Voss for Cash versus 3-day resource drop chance booster, and then a Riven versus an arcane. And finally for September, we're looking at a Riven versus an arcane, and then a Voss for Cash versus an Orokin Reactor blueprint. First things first, the Prime Resurge currently is Nezha and Octavia. You guys have 17 days and 18 hours left for them. You can either farm out for Nezha and Octavia, or even get any of the weapons that they came along with. Also, if we check out the featured community event that's going on right here, you guys can see all the Movember mustaches that you guys can get. Normally, we don't get to keep these. They're really just seasonal for like November or whatever, but I cannot imagine they're not going to let us keep the Sumdali. I just can't imagine they're not going to let us keep this. So I don't know if they already mentioned it. Maybe they did. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments if you know for a fact whether we're keeping this or not, or if they mentioned it for whatever it's going to happen with it. But this is going to be on the front of your orbiter. So in between loading screens, when you see your ship and you're floating around, you can put this on your ship, so your ship will have a mustache. And I love it. I hope we get to keep it all year round, but this is where you'll find them in the community event tab. And going over the events, so we have 15 hours and 54 minutes for Nabarus. We have 7 days and 15 hours left for Thermia Fractures. Also, before I get into any more, I do want to point out this Friday, we're going to have a 3-day Affinity Booster weekend. So that's huge for those of you that need to level up like your Arcwing crap, or your, when I say crap, you know what I mean, like all that stuff that nobody really likes to upgrade, all the Arcwing stuff, the weapons, your Necromech and those weapons, just all the things, your Railjack, everything. And if you get an Affinity Booster on top of that, like from the store, you'll have 4 times Affinity Booster. So event weekends, boosters that we're having coming up this Friday will stack with, or not stack, it'll multiply with the other, a booster that you can get from the store, so then you'll have 4 times Affinity. Those are the perfect times to get yourself like a lot of extra mastery rank. But then we have an alert right here for Disruption for a Forma. It looks like 3 Formas right here. And then we have the reminder to do the weekly Ayatan treasure hunt with Maru. The invasions currently, we have a Sheev Hilt versus a Daravandal Receiver. Then we're looking at Twin Vipers Wraith Receivers versus a Daravandal Blueprint. And then we have a Snipetron Vandal Barrel versus a Strun Wraith Receiver. If we check out the incursions that are currently going on, we're going to see that we have Sabotage, Defense, Mobile Defense, Capture, and Alchemy. The sortie today is a Rescue, Sabotage, and Assassination. The Archon Hunt is against Naira for an Amber Archon Shard, and we'll have to do a Spy, Interception, and Showdown. Hopefully you guys spent all of your Nightwave credits before the new Nightwave season kicked in, but we are on a new Nightwave season. You guys can see really quick, these are all the rewards that we are going to be able to unlock as we're doing Nightwave missions each and every week. So some good looking stuff here. Excited about the, usually always excited about the level 30 thing. But then we have the usual permanent weeklies, plus we're also going to have finish a capture mission in less than 90 seconds, eliminate 1,500 enemies, and then complete 3 different bounties in the Plains of Eidolon, activate 3 Requiem obelisks on Deimos, and today's daily is eliminate 150 enemies with viral damage. We check the credit offerings that Nora has this week. We're looking at Energy Siphon, Metamorphic Magazine, Sentinel Barrage, Pistol Scavenger, Dizzying Rounds, Efficient Beams, and Physique. And Physique and Energy Siphon are going to be, like, I guess, like, good ones to make plat off of. So if you have extra of these, if you bought them before the last Nightwave season ended, this would be a good thing to maybe invest in to make yourself some extra plat. We also have Skull Shots, Brainstorm, Recharge Barrier, and Rumbled. If we check out the Steel Pass circuit this week, we have encountered adapters for the Dera, the Sestra, Ukina, Sybaris, and Sicarus. And if you already have those, you can scroll over and get a rifle, pistol, melee ribbon, or 20,000 Kuva. Also, for the normal circuit this week, we're looking at options between Garuda, Baruch, and Hildren. Checking out Acrithis, this week she brought us a Rifle Ribbon mod, 15 Pathos Clamps, and a Roken Reactor Blueprint for 20 Pathos Clamps, a Forma Blueprint for 10 Pathos Clamps, and a Melee Ribbon mod for 15 Pathos Clamps. Checking out Tashin and Steel Path Honors, we've got a Veiled Riven Cipher for 20 Steel Essence. We also have 3 times Forma for, 75 Steel Essence. And checking out this pencil head over here, we're going to see that he's got a Tenet Ferox, 36.3% electricity, Tenet Grigori, 26.5% heat, the Livia, 45.9% magnetic, the Exec, 28.8% radiation, and finally the Agendist, 26.3% magnetic. How much platinum have you made since you've become a Patreon?
Over 100K.
45K.
60, 70,000.
20,000.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a week?
12K.
Probably about 5,000.
5,400.
Probably 8K.
What's the most amount of platinum you've made in a day?
5,400.
Day was probably 4K.
Probably about 3,000.
2K.
What's your favorite method of making platinum that you've learned from me?
Mostly just flipping ribbons and selling warframes.
Probably arbitrations.
Selling sets of warframes.
I enjoy Zeramon the most.
Imagine how much time and money they've saved. You know where the links are. Reminder to stop by the Chrysalith on the Zeramon and visit Archimedia and Yanta for your 35,000 Kuva. Then you could travel to Iron Wake on Earth and visit Palladino for your 2 Rivens, your 35,000 Kuva, and your 150,000 credits. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and stop by my Twitch channel where you can get free drops when they are community-wide, also free rewards I do all the time anyway. And make sure you check out your Invigorations this week and see what you got. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you in the next one.